Hey guys, welcome back to Ivy Rose Knows. So, we already know that Gypsy Rose has got a massive temper. Okay? We know that she's nasty. We've heard the stories about her, snapping at little kids when she was with Dee Dee. We know that she can clap back to people on social media. We know that this chick has a temper. Okay? And we know, because she's admitted it, that her mood swings with this pregnancy are pretty bad. Okay, she said it herself. She was on a live with Ken, on a live, and she was apologizing to Ken. Poor guy's got to deal with the mood swings, blah, 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 blah. Now, what I want to know is, when is she going to snap? Between her really already bad temper and then pregnancy mood swings? It's no wonder why Ken and Gypsy are going at each other. Okay, we've all heard that Gypsy said to Ken, like, you're too immature for a baby. She's snapping at him. She's getting mad because he's all over doing lives with everybody in interviews, and she's getting pissed off. He's not listening. They're fighting back and forth, and then trying to do damage control and show that they're walking dogs at the park. Okay? But we know that they've had this on again, off again relationship. It's been very rocky. We know it's not smooth sailing on that end. Now, we also know that Christy and Gypsy have been at each other's throats. Okay? Gypsy ain't trying to give up control of anything. She can't even control herself. Now you take her temper and her mood swings, and that's a bomb waiting to go off. Then you put Christy into that scenario, and Christy needs to be in control herself. Christy wants to control Gypsy. Gypsy ain't wanting anyone to control her. And so they're at each other's throats. We knew that. Okay, and then we also know that Christy and Ken have been going at it. Okay, Ken is at the point where he wants to give Gypsy whatever she wants. He's not going to tell her no. You want it, you got it. I'm not going to fight with you. I'm going to give you whatever you want. And so he's going along with it. He is trying his best to go along and just keep her happy, smile and nod. Yes, Gypsy. Christy's is getting pissed off and fighting with Ken because Ken isn't helping her try to control Gypsy. This is a whole mess. And now you got Christy and Rod going at each other's throats because, again, she's taking it out on Rod that Gypsy can't be controlled. Nobody can control her. Rod doesn't want to control her. He feels like she's an adult. I'm not going to try to control her. And boy, is this a hot mess. I mean, I personally think she's going to snap. I mean, she's already nasty, cranky, the pregnancy hormones. Like, she was already a horrible person before. Temper tantrums, like, really nasty. She's taking it out on everybody. We know she's on restriction, okay, because of the violations with the parole. So we know she's got to be at home more. We know she's not going to Ken's like she used to, okay? So she is at home, and he's got to go there, and now none of them can get away from her. All right, they're all there, and they're all at each other's throats. I personally think that this is going to be the thing that sends her back to prison. I think that she's going to snap eventually because, again, nobody can control her. She can't even control herself, but she's not allowing anybody to tell her what she can and can't do. And then you have Christy trying to take control. Ken's flip-flopping in the middle, and Rod wants absolutely nothing to do with nothing. He couldn't care any less as long as the money's coming in. So I feel like that whole family dynamic that they have going on there, that's going to come to head. That's going to come to blows. And I think that is what is going to put Gypsy back in prison. She's going to violate her parole. Now, I don't think Gypsy's going back for new charges. I don't think Gypsy's going back. You know what I mean? Like, right now, I don't foresee them getting around perjury or none of that. They should, in my opinion, but I don't see that. I do, however, see her going back to prison for a parole violation. She's going to snap. That family dynamic, it's all going to come to blows. So I guess we will wait and see. Again, I would love to be a fly on that wall because that's got to be a whole hot mess happening over there. And she's trying to sit here and make it look like, oh, we're all nice. Here's my daddy. Here's my mommy. Like, oh, we're walking the dog. Her and Ken are walking the dog at the park and we're getting pumpkin lattes. And no, you wouldn't be trying to prove so hard. Absolutely not. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. What about you? Do you buy it? Do you think it's going to come to a head? And do you think this is going to be the thing that lands her back in jail for the parole violation? Let me know in the comments.